Hey people! So I went to see Russell Brand last night. It was super hilarious, informing, witty, all of that kind of stuff. Um, and it was thought provoking as well. So it made me think about a few things because obviously um, he's going down that path of um, revolutionary, which is pretty cool and exciting. I'm sure lots of people in the world have had conversations about things that need to change, people in power that are kind of abusing that power and being greedy. Um, there's certain traits in humans that we can focus on and lean into. Um, so yeah, I totally respect that. I think most of what he says makes a lot of sense, and he's a really cool dude. Um, but again, for me, it just reiterates from my sort of what feels right to me. Again, is just kind of being as peaceful as possible. It's going back to the whole Gandhi thing of just be the change you wish to see or want to see. So um, meditation I think is really important. I can feel the difference if I don't meditate. Having any kind of, I would say a spiritual practice, but sometimes people maybe don't like the sound of that. So to me, I kind of think like my partner plays guitar, and kind of think that when he plays guitar, that's like his yoga, that's his sort of meditation. I have a lot of like surfer guys who come to my yoga sessions here in Devon, and I know that for them, like the surfing is like a meditation. It puts them in that kind of oneness place. So I think, in my kind of dream, I like the idea of just more and more people tuning in, becoming peaceful, happy as well, like totally having the courage to do what makes you happy. That's that expression, follow your bliss. I think that has a lot of merit in this day and age to, not do what your parents think you should do, not do what society or your friends think you should do, but really just do what you feel. And I definitely acknowledge that as we grow and evolve and change, that will inside of us can change as well. Sometimes, like I know in my life when I was little, I wanted to be a doctor, and then for a long time I wanted to be an actress. And obviously the yoga, meditation stuff just sort of took over because there was a time in my life when I felt this sort of calling, this thing inside of me, and my external world was very conflicted. Drugs, alcohol, and it wasn't peaceful. I was deeply, deeply unhappy, and I think it's like yoga or me, I don't know what happened, but it like hooked into me, and I knew that I needed this kind of discipline, this kind of committed practice to myself so that I could evolve, become more peaceful, and hopefully at least become a slightly happier person. But then there is this burning desire to, you know, change the world and have a positive impact on the world. And I don't think I'm alone there. I think there's a lot of people who want to see changes. And so my understanding of the law of attraction and why I know yoga and meditation go well together as far as sort of practicing the law of attraction is that it's quite subtle. It's being really aware of the subtle vibration and how we're peeling back our conditioning, the way we've come to be. Even my vlog yesterday was about relinquishing control, trying or stopping kind of controlling life, because that is a conditioning of mine. Make it happen, go out there, go do it, just do it, all those sort of like slogans even. And you know, I'm in communion with the universe all the time, and ultimately the universe knows what it is that I desire and knows how to make all that stuff happen. And so I just need to kind of sit back, trust, be patient, and enjoy the ride. And it's funny, I'm waking up this morning more and more kind of as I shed the layers that don't belong to me ultimately. They've been, like so many of us, we're programmed into school, we go down this route, we're told how to live, we're told what to do, we're bombarded by images and slogans that make us feel like we're not enough and feel like we need to do all this other stuff or accumulate loads of stuff to be of any value in the world. And for me, the more I'm stripping back, the more I'm letting go of those conditioned patterns, the happier I am, the more free I feel. A lot of certain desires are just falling away, and that's that kind of spirit principle. It's not sort of that freedom, but it's a freedom from having certain desires that actually keep us in bondage or keep us enslaved by the dictates of a conditioned mind or a fear mind, which is dominant in the paradigm that we currently live in. So yeah. So this is a call out to peeps who are passionate about, you know, changing the world, but realizing as well that we're not going to change the world by pointing fingers or, again, like fighting against it by like pointing out how wrong everything is. Because from my standpoint, again, from a really kind of feminine energy, gentle heart place, I recognize that actually everything is perfect. Everything that's happened right up to this point, you know, is evolving. We're living in this fucking infinite universe. Everything is perfect just as it is. It's just that now we're waking up and we recognize that there are certain things that need to change. And that's the flip, that's the shift, that's the law of attraction at work at its best, is that we're not going to do that change. We're going to feel and create that change from within our own mind and from within our spirit. And then as we start to change from within, naturally the world order, the world as it is, will begin to fall away. And I think I sort of briefly touched on that yesterday. That's why, again, meditation or any kind of grounding spiritual practice can be really important right now, because we need to learn to contain a higher frequency or higher vibrational frequency in our own beings. And I think the more of us doing that, we need to be able to support and collectively actually kind of hold a vision, like recognize, okay, what is it that we're creating? What kind of world do we want to live in? And remember that we're infinite beings and that we're super powerful. And the more we kind of peel those layers off and do that inner work inside ourselves, the more we can extend that and the more we can put that out to our communities, our friends and family, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I think we're all good, and just keep up the good work. And I know for me a lot that's helped is if there are things you want to change, if you're not in a very good place at all, you might be depressed or, you know, feeling just generally shit about life, don't be so hard on yourself, you know, whatever, no big deal. I'm gonna totally unconditionally accept myself here right now, and you know, do something I enjoy. Maybe I want to have a glass of wine, maybe I want to watch some YouTube for the next 5 hours. You know, do what you enjoy. And trust that if you get really down in the dumps, that you can ask, you know, ask inside, ask for guidance, you know, please universe or please God or whatever, whoever it is, you know, please help me out. And there's always going to be an answer. There's always going to be an external sign somewhere that pops up and you're like, oh my God, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's what I have to do right now. Or maybe it's just like smiling at a bum in the street. I don't know. But keep listening and keep asking, and, you know the world is changing. We're gonna do this. We're not gonna drop the bomb. You know, those things, just stop feeding that fear crap attention. It will not serve us by being like, oh, anti-war, like all this kind of stuff. Just drop it, get peaceful, and start to create the world that you want. I love you all. Peace, peace, peace. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste. Cause I wanna hear you laugh again.
Don't try to pretend the world is on your shoulders, and you keep looking over, missing life. It's just a ride.